YouTube family? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ada Rojas. I am a business coach for soul-led entrepreneurs looking to integrate their intuition with their ambitions. I've been in entrepreneurship for a long time and have many years of experience. If you're familiar with my channel, I was an OG natural hair girly for the Black Latina community, and I've just pivoted into my life's work, which is now helping entrepreneurs with the energy of their business and really understanding the spiritual path to entrepreneurship. So welcome to the business energy reading of the week. I was out of town last week traveling, so I did not upload a video, but if you haven't gotten a chance to watch the extra bonus video that I added this week, which was a vlog sharing a little bit more about my morning routine and how I reset on Mondays before I begin my work week, definitely check it out. So let's get into it. The deck that I'm going to be using today is a new deck that I recently purchased called the REALEST ORACLE deck. I feel like today we need some of that like real energy, like, you know, the Spirit Mama's deck is really cute. It's very positive. It's very uplifting. But we need like some real energy today. I don't know if it's the Bronx shirt that I'm wearing that has me in that vibe, but we're going to use the REALEST Oracle deck. And I'm actually going to pull 6 cards for you guys today. And Rico will be joining us for this reading. Just sit right there. All right, let's see. Let's see what the cards say for the week. So as I'm shuffling the cards, I want you guys to just set your intentions for the week, for your business. These cards are a little big. Like, I really love them, but they're kind of hard to shuffle because they're so long. Set your intentions for the week for your business. What do you want to call in? What do you want your week to feel like? What kind of magic do you want to experience in your business and life this week? How do you want to feel at the end of the week? Okay, so I'm going to be pulling 6 cards. I normally pull 3, but I want to see what the story will tell for 6 cards. So the first card that we have from the REALEST Oracle deck is Awakened. And as you can see, she is decked out in yellow, doing yoga or meditating is what it looks like. She has her candles. She has some lavender here. There's some plants in the background. And she is zen'd out. The next card is Blissed Out. And it's a girl at a concert. It's giving Renaissance energy, and she's just taking it all in. And then the last card that we have is Solitude, and she's at home, cozy, reading a book with her teacup. Her cat is in the background chilling, and she's cozy. So what is the story that these cards are telling us? Let's tap in. Awakened, Blissed Out, and Solitude. So just off the jump, kind of like reading this story here, is that you are starting to, as you're doing this inner work, as you're tapping in, your spirit guides are showing up to reveal more information for you, because you can actually see, you can actually hear, you're actually present to the information that they're trying to relay as you are awakening. So they're going to show up. You're going to be receiving more messages. They might even come to you through messengers. So be open, be aware, be awakened. Make sure that you are in an awakened state to be able to notice the information that they want to relay to you. And also, while you're doing the work, while you are putting in the time in on your business, while you are committing to the path, don't forget to be here now, be present, enjoy life. I feel like once you start committing more to your spiritual path, once you really start to hone in on the fact that you desire to have a soul-led life, that you want to have a soul-led business that's very heart-centered. You almost put all of your focus and energy into that, and you forget to be present. You forget to be here. You forget to bask in the beauty of being human and being grounded and being in the moment. So don't forget to find moments to bliss out. Find moments of pleasure. Find moments that remind you of the beauty of being human. Find moments that elevate your spirit because you are with other people who are in the same frequency as you, doing something that brings pleasure to you and everyone else that is there as well. Everyone is basking in this joy. Everyone is basking in happiness. Everyone is basking in this pleasure. And when you are in spaces where everyone is in that energy, there's then a collective energy that you get to also tap into that literally just elevates you. For those of you that had the pleasure of seeing Beyonce live during the Renaissance tour, I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I did not have the chance to see her during the tour this summer, and I'm really bummed out because I love Beyonce as a creative. I am so inspired by the way that she creates and that she commits to her art. I hope I can see the day where I can experience creating with no ceiling, where I have the budget to give my ideas the wings that they deserve. And that's kind of like the high and the inspiration that I get from Beyonce, is experiencing her art, her artistry. And so all that to say that she did announce today that the Renaissance film is coming out December. I already purchased my tickets. I am so excited to see it, especially since I didn't go to the concert. But there's something so magical about being blissed out. There's something so magical about going to concerts and being in that energy. I recently saw Tank and the Bangas in Chicago. She performed with the Chicago Philharmonic Orchestra, and it was incredible. It was so amazing. I was definitely feeling like this picture. Okay, and then after you're, all blissed out, remember to take those moments for solitude. Take those moments to go inward and check in with yourself and connect the dots on the information that they're sharing with you, because it's like the messages are coming, the information is being revealed. Go have fun, enjoy life, seek pleasure, bliss out, but then take some time. Don't also be too much in that energy of blissing out that you forget to take some time to be in solitude and connect the dots on what all of these messages and all of this means for you. A lot of times we're just going and getting all the messages and getting all the downloads and doing all the fun things that you never take time to like really sit with yourself and connect the dots on what's really happening, connect the dots on the bigger picture. So make sure that you're finding time in solitude to really understand what is actually happening. And from that solitude is where you will be guided on your next steps. From that solitude is where you're going to really comprehend the bigger picture and the bigger plan. And that solitude is really what is going to give you the energy to move forward in alignment. So let's go ahead and read what the actual deck says. Awakened. The element of this card is air, and it says higher perspective, answering your calling, a new person. This card means you're awakening to a truth about the purpose of your life and the choices that you are making. You're starting to see where this winding road called life will lead and becoming crystal clear about what is required to get there. This could be a time of spiritual, religious, or sexual awakening. Okay, you're tapping in. I promise you, the messages are going to come through. You just got to be paying attention, and you have to be aware. That's it. Blissed out. The element of this card is fire and earth, and it says fulfillment, happiness, euphoria. Take time to show gratitude for all the good. This card means play, success, and joy define this time or event. Chase experiences that feel electric. You may find yourself in awe of what is possible as life's greatest gifts are illuminated. And there is just something so magical about being in that energy, because it also gets your imagination going, your creativity going, and that's really important. I think for all us business owners, it's very easy for us to get caught up in the operations and the finances and all that part of business, but don't forget that play is really important to your business. Creativity is really important to your business. Inspiration is really important to your business. So how are you going to commit to playing in your business daily, even through something very, very small? It doesn't always have to be a grand gesture. How are you going to commit to honoring your creativity in your business so that you can get those ideas? How are you going to commit to finding joy and happiness and that fulfillment and that euphoria so that you can bring that energy into your business? The element for this card is Earth, and it says alone time. Find comfort in your own energy again, a process that requires emotional isolation. Do not mistake your alone time for loneliness. Spirit is creating distance from the desires, expectations, and ideas of others so that you can identify your own. Get into hermit mode. Okay? Message. Okay, and then I'm gonna pull 3 more cards. I don't know why I felt called to pull 6 cards today, but I just did. I'm gonna pull 3 more. Attachment. We have this woman sitting on a throne, and there's jewels around her, necklaces. It looks like packages, shoes. She's definitely giving fly girl energy. It's definitely giving empress energy. But I want to highlight the fact that this is pointing to attachment. And the energy that I'm getting from this card is that, you know, I really feel like we're in a time where there's a lot of people in delusion. And we know there's a viral TikTok video that was talking about like being Delulu. And being Delulu is cute, but there's also a shadowy side to being delusional. That's what I'm actually seeing more than the light side of delusion, which is like, you know, believe in your manifestations. You have to be almost crazy to call in those things. You have to be delusional to call them in. But the shadowy side of delusion that I'm seeing with a lot of people is that they are in this entire delusional timeline, and they are leaning heavily into delusion so that they don't have to deal with the real shit that is actually coming up for them to process and to work through. So ask yourself, when you're being delusional about how you feel about somebody, when you're being delusional about how somebody feels about you, when you're being delusional about the numbers in your business, when you're being delusional about the lack of energy that you're giving to the marketing in your business, is that really serving you? Is that really you being delusional from a higher perspective, to call in the things that feel so out of reach for you? Or is that you really using delusion to keep yourself occupied and entertained with this idea of what you would like to think is actually happening, but the reality is something else? Are you using delusion as a form of escapism to avoid what's right in front of you? Are there any material things that you're attaching yourself to, any ideas that you're attaching yourself to, any people that you're attaching yourself to that are getting in the way of you actually honoring the reality of what is happening? Okay? What attachments have you been feeding into that are keeping you delusioned in a way that's actually not benefiting you? And then the next card that came up is sneaky. So you see, she got her fingers crossed behind her back. Okay, so it's like she's saying something, but her fingers are crossed. And it's almost like she's contradicting to herself. And I actually pulled this card yesterday, so I know exactly what this card means. And I'm going to emphasize on the one message that stuck out to me from this card is, how are you self-sabotaging? How are you getting in your own way? How are you being sneaky with yourself? Again, going back to this delusion thing, okay, how are you avoiding the reality of what's really in front of you for the sake of being Delulu? Is it really that? Is it really that? Or is it really you trying to escape? Is it really you trying to avoid what's right in front of you, the reality of what it is, the truth? Okay, how are you running from the truth? How are you avoiding the truth? By being delusional, by being sneaky, by playing yourself. How are you not keeping the promises that you said you would keep to yourself? That is a form of self-sabotage. When you say that you're going to do something and you do not do it, that is a form of self-sabotage. And that creates energetic blocks in your personal life and in your business that then get in the way of you actually calling in what it is that you desire, because you're not keeping your word to the most important person that you need to, which is you. And then this last card here is Ascension tension. So this girl is rock climbing. There's some tension with her as she's trying to get to higher heights. And you being attached and being sneaky and self-sabotaging is always going to result in tension when it comes to your ascension. Those energetic blocks, that's what it is. That's what it is. And it's manifesting it as tension on your journey. And then you get to a point where you're like, oh, I just feel like I've been constantly tested. I feel like I've been doing the work. And when is this hazing going to stop? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like hazing from your guides. It feels like hazing from your ancestors. And you're just like, when am I going to get to the other side? Can we skip to the good part? When is that coming? And it's like, what are these challenges? What are these attachments? What is this self-sabotaging revealing to you? What are the shadows that you're avoiding? What is the truth about yourself that you're avoiding, and you're distracting yourself with other things, materialistic things even, to avoid from looking at yourself, looking at the parts of yourself that you don't want to acknowledge, looking at the parts of yourself that are very uncomfortable to admit. A lot of times, the present moment is gifting you something, but you're missing it because you're too distracted in this maze that you put yourself in. You're too distracted chasing your own tail even. You know how dogs, they're literally will be chasing their tails for hours and hours? It's like you're too distracted with that. And you're missing what's right in front of you. You're missing what's right in front of you when it comes to the gift of your shadows. And the minute that you shine a light on them, the minute that you take your power back, and the minute that you can acknowledge that your light and your darkness can coexist, and that's what makes you a multifaceted human being, is when you're going to start to experience less tension in your ascension and more flow and ease. But for now, look at the ways that attachment and being sneaky is showing up in your life and business, and how that's getting in the way of your ascension. See, I told y'all this deck be real. This is the realest oracle deck. So as the element of the attachment card is earth, it says lust, materialism, obsession, addiction. This card means that you've become so attached to what a specific relationship, job, or earthly possession says about you that you've forgotten who you are. Do you truly love someone or something, or are you attached to prestige and instant gratification? Relinquishing your power to smallness is sacrificing what you want most. Sneaky, sneaky. Element is air. Deception, self-sabotage. This card means someone is sneaking out of responsibilities. There's a thin line between self-deception and deceiving others until eventually there isn't one at all. Self-deception could look like procrastination, not responding to opportunities that present themselves, or keeping both eyes on the past when the future is welcoming you. Whew. I'm gonna you might want to pause this video and let that marinate. And if you have to go and rewind, you might want to do that too. And then the last card, Ascension Tension, the element is air. It says growing pains, imposter syndrome. As we rise to our highest potential, we get elevation sickness. This card means that you may be feeling discomfort in success. You're getting backlash for no longer performing old roles, and it's making you question if you're on the right path. You are. When you look back at what you've left at the bottom of the climb of your life, you risk falling. Keep rising. Okay? Prominent message with these two cards is don't look back. Like, you're not going there. You're going here. Keep your eyes forward. Okay? It's okay to look in the rearview mirror, to acknowledge the things that your past have taught you and the lessons that they have taught you. But what is not okay is to stay back there, to put the car in reverse, to go back to the past. No. You're not going back there. You got what you needed. You're ascending. Okay? So let's see. Now that we got all the cards together, what is this story here telling me? I feel like this group over here is speaking to your light, and this group is speaking to your shadows. Okay? And do you see how they all have their own truth and their own energy? And do you see how this and this, it's like there's a connection here between all the cards. But how interesting the messages that they collectively tell, but also individually and also as a group. So anyways, that was your business energy reading for the week. I hope that you enjoyed that. Let me know what your biggest takeaway was in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and send it to your business bestie. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date with all of my videos. See you guys next week. Bye.